If you've never done the USA Conquest map, it's even better now as SDS decided to break it down into 3 parts. Inside of the West, we get 2 gold cards that are part of the pipeline program. These cards are very important and I'll tell you why towards the end. Now our first step is to make sure you're subscribed, notification bell, and check out the description for a link to our Twitch streams where we stream daily. The real first step is actually easy. Each time you take an open territory in Conquest, you store 1 million fans in there. Whenever you are facing a territory occupied by another team, you have the ability to either simulate it or play the game. I would always suggest simulating it. So we are going to be simulating against the Rockies until we get to this territory without losing any fans during the simulation. So for example, here we need to end with 5 million fans. If we end it with anything less, we would restart the map until we get that to occur. Here we need to end with 4 million, and that was probably the perfect simulation. But if it didn't go your way, then all you would do is press options and hit restart, and until you get the exact same simulation as I did, you would be restarting your Conquest map. So once we got 4 here, you don't really have to do much else but capture all the open territories. Now it's going to prompt the steal fans phase. There are no goals for you to steal fans, so don't even worry about doing this phase. All you're going to do is skip to the reinforce phase. Once at the reinforce phase, this is going to be crucial for you to do. The Colorado Rockies' first step is out to this territory right here. So you want to make sure that this territory has 3 million fans at all time, and you'll see why in a second. Our second step is going to be to go ahead and reinforce all the remaining fans onto this stronghold here at the top. Move fans phase, that is if we wanted to, for example, move these 3 million fans from this location to any other location that is connected to our stronghold. So if let's say the Rockies were to break out and capture this territory and this territory right here, then we wouldn't be able to reinforce any of these territories or move fans to any of these territories. You would be able to reinforce, but you wouldn't be able to move fans to any of those territories. You would only be able to move fans to territories in line. So we're going to reinforce the fans at the top. We're not going to move any fans. So instead here, we're skipping to attack. We're going to take as many open territories as we possibly can. And as you saw, the Rockies went ahead and they attacked the 3 million. After the Rockies attack the 3 million, you are going to be good to move the 3 million. So I would not move in their direction just yet, just to make sure you leave them some open spaces to continue moving forward. Steal fans phase, we're going to skip to reinforce 3 million right there. And then the rest are probably going to go down here so we can continue getting as many open territories as we can. Getting open territories are crucial, especially in the beginning of any Conquest map. And one thing I have to let you guys know as well, once you circle in a stronghold, which is any territory with a team icon, once you circle them in, they can't go ahead and reinforce any of their remaining territories. So circling in strongholds is key in order to stop them from spreading out to as many territories as possible. Now, we're not going to be able to move that 3 million fan territory from next to the Colorado Rockies stronghold, and that's perfectly fine. We don't need to. We don't even need to reinforce it at all because we still got 3 million there. Our plan is to continue on building and getting as many open territories as possible. And then once we run out of open territories, we will go ahead and start moving towards other strongholds. But there is no point in fighting. There is no point in losing fans. There's no point in doing any of that when instead you can freely get a ton more and build an outline around the map where they're going to have to face you if they want to go ahead and continue moving forward. So as you saw, the Rockies went ahead and simulated against us. We lost 1. So, rule of thumb, keep it at 3 at all times. That is going to be the rule of thumb here. We got to be a little strategic here in terms of how we move, because we don't want to, let's say, reinforce here and then find ourselves in a spot where we can't continue moving. So we're going to reinforce the edge that we've been looking to outline. We're going to skip to attack again, and you're going to be doing the exact same thing. You're going to create an outline to where the opponents are going to have to simulate against you, and you got to create the outline without closing yourself in, which we did perfectly. We're going to have so many reinforcements now that facing the opponents is going to be super easy. So you want to count here how many territories are left for you to capture that are open, of course. It seems that there are 6 total. So for the reinforce here, we're going to put 7 million, right? And then we're probably going to start moving towards, let's do the Rangers, since they're the closest stronghold to us. I think the Athletics and the Mariners are going to be facing each other for a while. So let's do the Rangers. Let's go ahead and circle them in as soon as possible. That is always going to be your main goal, just to circle them in. And then, as I always say, the path you take is super important. You want to take a path where you don't close yourself in and you can't finish whatever steps you have to do. Now, you don't have to go out of your way and hit these 1 million fan territories because they won't be able to reinforce them once you circle them in. That is just the truth. You're going to want to face these higher territories with fans whenever you have the most amount of fans possible, which in this case 20 is more than enough. And by not going after those 1 million territories, it does allow us to have a path outside of the Texas Rangers. Now, unfortunately, I didn't see what was the first step the Rangers took, so I'm not going to be sure exactly where to reinforce. So we might end up losing one of those territories, but we will at the same time be able to see where it is that the Rangers go ahead and attack first. So we are just going to reinforce probably this territory down here. That way we can get as much as possible from the Houston Astros, right? So we're going to attack this 1 million, and we're going to see where the Rangers attack first right after the simulation. So the Rangers attack first up here, top right. So that's where we're going to want to store the 3 million fans. So if you're watching this currently, don't make the same mistake I did. When you get to reinforce 3 million fans at that territory right there, and then the rest in a territory where you can move towards the Houston Astros without a problem. Now, the Houston Astros you can't circle in, but that's fine because the same rule applies. Whenever you go ahead and prevent them from being able to reach out to all their other territories, they won't be able to reinforce them. But since we got so many fans inside this current territory, I'm not even really sweating it. I think that with 26 million, we could arguably capture as many territories as we'd like and still be able to face that 4 million territory without a problem. So that's exactly what we're going to do. So 21 million. We're going to go up here, and then we're going to go down. I'm not sure where the Astros attack first, so we're going to be doing the same thing we did with the Rangers. We're just going to be risking it, and this will be probably one of the first times you guys will see me move fans ever. So there's that as well. Actually, we have to move fans, actually. So look, we got 13 million right there. We're going to skip the steal fans phase, right? We're going to skip to reinforce. Since we already have them both circled in, we don't need to continue going after them. That's just the honest truth. Now it's time for us to either move towards the Mariners or the Diamondbacks. I'm going to decide to go after the Diamondbacks, and we're going to go from the strong side here and complete a circle against them. So we're going to reinforce all the territories right there. Now this is the first time we use move fans. So we want to leave at least 3 million fans here, just in case that's where the Astros decide to attack first. And then everything else is going to that Rangers territory in order for us to attack that 1 million, beat it, and then leave ourselves stored over there. So the Rockies were actually able to beat our 3 million territory. That's going to happen sometimes, and you're just going to have to make adjustments. I will show you guys how to make those adjustments as well. That way you guys can just knock it out super easy. But the Diamondbacks are our priority right now, not the Rockies. And it seems like they are attacking our leading territory as well, the Diamondbacks, which is perfectly fine. Like I said before, objective is to circle in the Diamondbacks. Don't go out of your way trying to face their higher 3 million territories, etc. If they want to circle back and attack you, that's fine. If they break the circle that you got around them, that's fine. Inside the next simulation, you just go ahead and fix that. We're going to go directly down towards the Padres now. And as you capture more territories, which I don't know if I mentioned this before, but your reinforcements are going to get much larger. And the larger your reinforcements are, the easier this game becomes in general. Now, I don't know where the Diamondbacks are going to head out first, so we're going to have to look, and based off of that is where we will go. But we're going to be able to circle in the Padres as well. That's going to be beautiful. Will we be able to circle in the Dodgers? It looks like that's possible. Never mind. We only have 2 million fans here. We could take the risk and simulate against the Dodgers, but it's not likely we beat them. So we're just going to leave the 2 million fans there. We're going to skip the steal fans phase. We're going to skip to reinforce. Now, the Rockies were able to reinforce this territory. We're going to put 10 million there. It's overkill, but sometimes overkill is what's needed. I don't know where the Diamondbacks are going to attack first, so I don't want to reinforce anything over there. Instead, I'm going to reinforce everything else towards that Dodgers stronghold. And we're going to leave 10 million fans, we're going to leave 3 million fans on that Texas Rangers spot. So in order to do that effectively, we're going to move all fans except for 2 reinforcements remaining over at that Texas Rangers spot. And let's see where the Diamondbacks decide to attack first. Whoa, I forgot to attack the Rockies first. That should have been my first step. Because I didn't, they were able to move 1. So don't make the mistakes I'm making right now. Luckily for us, we're going to be able to move that and be good. All right, the Padres attacked this territory. So put your 3 million fans on this territory when you go ahead and reinforce. Look at that. It's beautiful. I'm over here helping you guys and screwing myself over. So your maps should be looking 10 times better than mine. Now, another common question I get asked when it comes to Conquest is, hey Blade, if let's say for example another team took over a stronghold before you got it, are you still able to complete the goals if it says capture the NL West but all the teams remaining are AL West and there's no more Dodger icon on the map? Yes, it will count as the original stronghold owner instead of counting the new stronghold owner. So if this is Mariners and it becomes Athletics and you take it over, you're going to be credited for taking over a Mariners stronghold, not an Athletic stronghold. So we've circled away the Giants, we've circled away the Mariners. Now we're going to come back down and we're going to circle in as much as we can from the Oakland Athletics, and then we're going to do the same thing to the Angels. Now this is like looking 10 times better than I even expected it to, but you're about to see how to face every single team on the easiest difficulty. Once you have every team circled in, all the outlier territories you don't really care about as much unless they are very close to the stronghold, but you can ignore them, right? So all we got left is the Angels to circle in. We're gonna have to do a couple of reinforcements, do it strategically. So this 3 million is going to go here. We're gonna reinforce 3 million there. We're gonna come from down here to attack that Padres territory. And something you can do now, if you're unsure of where the Dodgers, Giants, let's say Athletics attack or Mariners attack, is you can put 3 million territories in terms of reinforcements next to each territory until you find out which one it is they attack from. But lucky you have me as the guinea pig. So we're going to reinforce this territory right next to the Padres. And then this 7 million territory that we had previously, we're going to go ahead and reinforce the 51 million. We're going to keep the 9 million next to the Oakland Athletics just to see where the Oakland Athletics go. If they move right next to us, that's going to be perfect, right? The Angels are moving down. towards us. We see that the Dodgers attack right here. The Giants and the Mariners were unlucky when it came to being able to take away our territory. But listen, I forgot to mention this as well. Any territory that, oh snap, what am I doing? Excuse me. Any territory that has more fans than you can attack you. If you have equal or more, they won't attack you unless you are about to attack their stronghold. Keep that in mind. We're going to be able to circle in the Angels easily. So I'm going to just run back up and I'm going to take over this Giants territory. Now keep in mind that this Giants territory wasn't the one that they popped out at. It was one of their other territories that had around 2 million that attacked us in order to break it. And now we're going to have every single stronghold circled in. So now is when the fun begins. And this is basically how you face Conquest, which I've been talking about nonstop in all of my like PXP stat missions, grinds, all of that on the easiest difficulty every single time. So as you can see, we have circled in the Angels. Let's say you don't want to deal with the Angels anymore. We have 35 million fans here. So we just click on the Stronghold. It's showing us veteran difficulty, but let's say you're not comfortable playing on veteran yet. Let's say you want to face them still on rookie difficulty. That's fine, no worries. With the 35 million fans, you can just continue eating up all the territories left. The only time I would suggest not continuing to eat up territories left is if you had a small amount, but you could have also just left the 35 million fans over there next to the Angel Stronghold. That way it's a lot easier for you to reinforce that and face the Angels on rookie difficulty. But for time's sake, I should have done that to save some time for you guys. But I didn't. It's fine though, it's fine, no stress. Just take as many territories left. It's gonna help us in reinforcements, and it's gonna allow us to not waste as much time, or you to waste as much time simulating at the end. Although that doesn't really matter since, you know, you're not really facing upgrades. Jesus Christ, we lost everything there. All right, so this is what you do now. You've got every single one circled in, so you could do this if you wanted to. You know where the Rangers attack. You put 3 million there. You put 3 million on the Astros because they were able to take one. We don't know where the Diamondbacks attack, but we know where the Padres attack. So we're going to put 3 million there. We're going to go and face the Dodgers on the easiest difficulty just because I want to see where the other teams attack from. We're going to reinforce this territory right here. We know this is where the Dodgers attack from, so put 3 million there in order to not face that. We're going to keep the 9 million there next to the Athletics. There's no reason to move it now, right? We're going to skip to the attack phase, and we're going to see what happens. So, okay. The Giants attack here first, so you want to put 3 million here. Mariners attack here first, so you want to put 3 million there. We still don't know where the Diamondbacks or Angels are going to attack first, but that's fine. Look at this. You're able now to face the Dodgers on rookie difficulty. You would go ahead, face them on rookie difficulty, beat them on rookie difficulty. Next step is you would skip to steal fans phase, skip to reinforce, and then reinforce the fans next to whatever stronghold you want next. So let's say I wanted to go after the Giants next, right? We skip to attack. Don't move fans. Keep the fans where they're at. If you got 3 million on each territory that attacks out, even that 9 million we haven't moved, as you can see. We've just left it as it is. Okay, so the Diamondbacks attack here first. Put the 3 million there, and you're going to be able to face the Giants on rookie difficulty, right? So last but not least, because we are done now, you basically get the whole gist of things. Eventually, right, after you finish facing the Dodgers, let's say you face them in that first round. I skipped the phase again, so I guess we're gonna go one more time through it so I can explain it to you all. And we gotta also reinforce next to the Rockies. We're gonna reinforce from this side towards the Rockies, right? So actually, let's just put everything here. So after you beat the Stronghold for the Dodgers, right, and you get the move fans phase, all you do is move the 56 million fans next to, let's say, the Mariners Move to 54, you can only move it once every turn. So the next turn, you can move to 54 next to the Astros, and you can just continue moving all the fans once you take a stronghold over to the next stronghold you have to take. That way you can knock out 2 strongholds at once. And that's basically it. That's how you beat Conquest on the easiest difficulty. That's how you do the West map. Make sure you stay tuned, because we're going to be doing the exact same thing for the Central, East, and then the new Conquest maps that they came out with, like Cactus, 25, and I forgot what the last one was. Have a blessed day and night. Stay positive, stay safe, stay blessed, and I'll catch you all in the next one. Peace out. Wait, hold on. The reason why these cards are important to get is because each map has 2, which is a total of 6. These cards, the gold ones that are inside the map, are part of this pipeline program. You need to collect 35 of these cards in order to unlock Roki Sasaki. And since those cards are non-sellable, meaning that you can't go into the community marketplace and list them, that means the only way you can get them is by completing Conquest. So this is going to save you some stubs, and at the same time, it's going to allow you to grind PXP and stat missions on a much easier, I want to say, matchup than mini seasons, because you're not facing Diamond Dynasty teams. You're facing MOB teams, so you're facing a lot more bronzes, silvers, golds instead of all diamond squads. If you did end up enjoying today's content, hit that like button or subscribe button, notification bell. Check out the description for links to the Twitch and more. Have a blessed day and night. Stay positive, stay safe, stay blessed, and I'll catch you all in the next one. Going to show the hidden rewards next. So if you want to know where all the hidden rewards are, shout out to Jesse DH10. Make sure you guys go ahead and follow him on Twitter. He already has all of them out for every single map, and I'm pretty sure he also has a YouTube channel. It's right there on the image. Excuse me, I don't know why I'm hovering over that guy. So Jesse D123, make sure you guys go ahead and sub to him to show support. Catch you all in the next one.